Welcome to the Bardic Cauldron, wizards young and old, where daring adventures and terrible jokes are told. Grab you a mug of your favorite brew, grab your seat, and enjoy the view. Welcome back, everybody, to our, I have to remember, this 7th episode of Curse of Strahd. I'm glad to see that we are all back. We've made it through the Thanksgiving festivities. Hope everyone that went somewhere or had people over had a great time, got your fill of food, and now you just have to get to working back on losing whatever weight you just gained from the holidays. But everything is good on our side, and we are going to go ahead and jump into our recap for tonight's session. Wake up Hydra. Bam. Make sure Hydra is up and awake. Then I don't know if I could ever get as seamless as that. But last time we were all together, our players just returning from the Wizard of Wines and dealing with the druid issue at Yester Hill had just come to the realization that Erwin is indeed a were-raven, and that his family and some of the other ravens here are a secret network known as the Keepers of the Feather that keep a lookout for allies and friends against the fight against Strahd von Zervich. Entrusting the party with this newfound trust, the party went to sleep to wake up the next morning to attend the Festival of the Blazing Sun. During said festival, the Baron attempted to light up a wicker sun, failed to do so. One of the guards let out a laugh in enjoyment. When that happened, the Baron was not happy, tied the guard to his carriage and drove him around the town, scarring him up and taking him to the stocks. After this, the party has come to realize the Baron does not belong in power. So they started to weigh out their options. In doing so, they thought maybe it would be best to go ahead and do some digging about another noble family here in Lady Fiona Walker. In doing so, chaos of all kinds ensued. Ernan attempted to persuade and distract Lady Walker as the rest started to make their way into the basement, where right just around the corner of the basement is where Victor had been digging up the bodies for his skeletal cat experiments. Doing so, the party had been able to find looked like some kind of quarters with footprints that kind of led to a room of some kind. Before being able to investigate further, Ernan attempted to go through the house, knocking out a maid with a ladle, pushed her back into the pantry and locking her up. Came back outside to warn the party that Lady Walker was arriving. As she was coming down the stairs with her group, the mysterious group vanished behind the wall that Isri and Kor had found. Later, as they left to attend their book club, the party then began to work their way in this mysterious room, finding a room dedicated to devil worship, with the pentagram drawn at the bottom of the floor in fresh blood from some sort of sacrifice in the middle of the room. Hearing a voice in the room, the party looked and looked and looked, only to find a imp reappearing. And before discarding of the imp, the party then began to plan how to best deal with these cultists, air quotes. An ambush ensued, and the perfect ambush was hatched while dealing with the skeletons and the cultists. The party was able to do so, collecting some truth that Lady Wachter was indeed worshipping a devil of some sorts. The party then began to make their way out of Veliky, working their way to Kresk, trying to maybe figure out where some of these other items are. As they began to journey to Kresk, they heard a scream from the lake outside of town. There, they found a man fishing. Before even giving him a chance to answer, the party dispatched of this man and saved a young girl from a sack in the middle of the boat. There, she revealed herself to be Arabelle, daughter to a Vistani man of a camp that is outside of the town of Veliky. There, she explained that the man kidnapped her and was planning to drown her to hopefully bring back the fish population that he had been trying to get. In the ensuing, trying to figure out what to go do from here, the party noticed off to the north, where the mountains were starting to form. They saw an elk come down from the mountain, and it transformed into a figure of a man. This man froze the party in place and began to size them up, and in doing so, released them, because they did not seem to be that much of a threat. As the mysterious mage began to work his way back to the mountain, where a door had appeared in the side of the mountains, the group had maybe decided to further question this individual. From this little encounter of some kind, the mage went from mad and mysterious to almost seemed to realize what had been going on. With his wits restored, he invited the party in the door, finding a magnificent mansion on the other side of the door. As they appeared into this dining area, the mage had turned around, beard cleaned up, head shaved, and he introduced himself as Mordenkanien, archmage. And that is where we pick back up with the party. Most of you, I would say, are around the Sword Coast area. I would say, if anybody wants to, can make a history check of some kind at this time.
I'll do a history check, because I was going to say, would we know this man, since there is at least 4 spells named after him? At least, I can't...
Yeah, 4 spells and at least maybe 3 books.
I mean, the man's got a tome of foes, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
How many people can say they have one of those?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and allow some history checks to be made.
I don't know why that's a +2. That's not a plus. That's just an 8.
It's an 8. You pretty sure you've heard the name before, but it doesn't.
What?
Ring that much of a bell.
What?
I
We all got
remember-
8s.
Do you
I'm gonna-
all roll
hold on.
8s?
We all rolled
Let
8s.
Let me activate my let me turn on Beyond 20 and I'll try for
We all have a vague comprehension of who this man is.
Are you actually kidding me?
Yeah, 3 of us rolled 8s. Not even joking.
Oh, so much
But
better.
a 10.
Damn, Isri, you have been around that particular area before. Sitting there for a moment, the name does kind of strike back up. The monastery where you had learned your particular form of fighting was not too far from where this mage lived. So you have heard of this mage before.
So you're Mordenkanien, right?
Mordenkanien,
Kainen.
yes.
I've heard of you ish before.
Oh, my reputation seems to precede me. Well, more questions will be had and such. Please, go ahead and have your seats down, and please, go ahead and place your orders. And y'all kind of like look at each other like, place your orders. You realize, as y'all sit down, literally a notepad appears with a quill. Whatever it is that you want or desire, my kitchen will make it. Nothing is off limits in this house. Everybody puts in their respective orders, I assume.
Yes.
Core. What are you wanting to eat? And I assume you're ordering. One appears for Bongo too.
Well, Bongo, yeah, he tells me what he wants because he can't actually write.
Yeah.
But,
So also you go there and like write it for him.
Yeah, I write for him. I help him out. So let's see. We'll start with Bongo because Bongo would be much more simple. So, like Bongo's like favorite food all time is just like a bed of lettuce with like a very specifically seasoned like rotisserie rabbit.
Okay.
Like it's like super specifically seasoned. Like for a chimp, it's like oddly specific.
Okay.
There's like an unnatural amount of turmeric in there.
Exactly what flavors he wants the rabbit to be seasoned with.
Yes.
Okay.
And then for core, growing up, we ate a lot of rabbit. So Core's would probably order like he said anything. So I'm just gonna write down like see how smart these whatever this is are. He's gonna put down like his mom's rabbit stew.
Okay. Ingrid. What do you
I'd probably
order?
just have like a lamb shank,
Lamb shank?
and some bread.
Okay, lamb shank and bread. See, Victor kind of writes something down. Van Richten kind of like looks over at the guy, kind of like writes something down. Irnan, what are you writing down?
So it's just a piece of paper in front of me?
Just a piece of paper.
Aaron's kind of shaking his head, not shaking his head, but like scratching his head because it's like either something he really likes or something he's never tried before. If he's like, there are no limits. He'll want a roasted deer stew with potatoes, carrots, and lettuce.
Okay. Isri. Oh yeah.
All Isri's had since he's gotten here has been wine and steak. So I think Isri would probably like ask for like some kind of salad and then ale.
Okay. You watch as you all place the orders. The notepad seems to like burn itself up, and you watch as the ashes kind of fly over to where the kitchen is, and plates and ingredients start to assemble themselves onto plates and start cooking in that massive kitchen that he has over to the left side. It kind of has, if you want to picture this mansion. Currently, right now, you guys are in the dining area. There is a kind of a campfire right behind where Mordenkanien's sitting at the current time. It is it's not terribly ablaze, but there is a fire going at the current time. Above him, almost perfectly above him, there's a picture of a group of 8 adventurers. One of them being him. Maybe a little younger, maybe 10 years or so younger. Then over to the left, there is kind of like this like bar area that kind of has like just this opening enough for like one person to go through, and that's where like you see like the knives are chopping, and you see the plates are assembling, and he kind of just looks at all of you. Well, that is being prepared, and you watch as cups appear in front of you, and you notice that whatever you wrote down for a drink is put there in front of you. Ingrid, there is a special ale there for you. Isri, same for you. Core, a pretty simple, basic, like house wine is put there for you.
Okay.
For Bongo, seems like some sort of banana smoothie of some kind is put there in front of him. Irnan,
Hoping you're gonna say like a banana daiquiri, but like that works.
It does have a little hint of something alcohol-ish in it, but it looks more like a banana smoothie.
Yes.
With a little bit of whipped cream on top. And Irnan, I'll say probably you did. I'll depict maybe some kind of like fizzy drink of some kind. At first glance, you're not sure what it is. You take a sip. It's actually really good. So, as we're waiting, what is it that I can assist you with? I assume there are questions to be had. You see Victor is in awe, like this guy's doing all this stuff and like not even like moving a finger.
Well, I think we just kind of we happened on you by happenstance. So we didn't really prepare any questions. I'm sorry.
Well, this will be rather easy then.
So, based on some rumors we've heard, are you the mad mage who fought Strahd?
Yes.
At some point?
I was. They did give me that atrocious nickname. The Mad Mage of Baratok, they called me.
Any tips and tricks you'd want to share with some people with similar aspirations?
He kind of looks at all of you. Keep your heads down. Don't get in the man's way. And enjoy your life here.
Oh.
Enjoy our life here. This isn't my life.
It is now, boy.
So, So even like we're so I don't know. You think it's hopeless essentially to get out of here? Even for you, a moderately, at least to my knowledge, like a pretty famous magic person.
My attempt was futile at best. I watched as the Barovians that came with us, and you see he looks back at the picture behind him, and friends that I made over the years fall. Luckily for me, I barely escaped. I threw everything I had, every tip, trick, spell, arcane gift I had at him. Nothing. So, if someone is seasoned as me, didn't stand an inkling of a chance, your attempt will be met much quicker. At least that is what my hope is. Would be much quicker than ours was. You see plates start to fly over toward you. You all notice whatever it is that you ordered comes out the exact way it was written for you.
Ooh.
You see, in front of him is basically he has a basic rice and peaches with some kind of cream in the middle as he kind of lifts it up and begins to put that into his mouth.
Well, yeah. That's good advice. I think we'll consider that. Does anyone else have any questions or?
Not particularly, no.
Aaron is just sitting there, his arms crossed and everything. He's not even looking at it still. He doesn't even want to touch it.
I'm just chowing down, drinking my ale, that sort of thing.
Yep, I would say, and it tastes good. This is the first ale you've had since you've gotten to this horrible place. So it is absolutely like a taste of home for you. You see, one kind of looks over to you, Earman. Is the food not to your liking?
Hello?
Oh, yeah, Earman, are you still there?
He's muted.
Yeah, he's probably saying something, but probably can't hear us. But you see, he's just kind of looking at all of you, just kind of like sizing all of you up. I apologize that my words come off harsh. But the reality of the situation is that you all are here now, and that going forward, I would begin to make some kind of life here. As best of a life as you can have.
Well, how did you get here?
That part is still a little fuzzy to me for the most part. We heard small rumors about people going missing. Some ways down outside of Waterdeep, and me and my party, we decided to investigate. We found ourselves coming across this mist. It appeared out of nowhere. Next thing we knew, we were in the village of Barovia.
Seems pretty similar to our story.
Yeah.
Did you by chance have a strange old woman read out some cards to you as well?
No, we did not have the chance to meet this Madame Ava. I was not particularly interested in having my palm read, or cards read, or whatever it is that she does.
Well, Madame Ava told us of some things that would possibly help us in our quest against Strahd, and as far as I'm aware, the Tristani have been around longer than Strahd, so I don't know, maybe they have some secret information that we lack.
She told you of items to find.
Yes.
Like what?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. They were rather cryptic. However, it was something of a sword made of sunlight. I think that was about as direct as it got. Everything else was rather cryptic.
One spoke of a powerful, like, holy relic or something. Like there was separate.
Yes, that was the something about the dead village in a river.
Yeah.
Interesting. One of my party members, he belonged to an order, or at least what he said. I always thought he was rather crazy, but he kind of takes something from a pouch in his like robe, opens it up and kind of like slides it down to you. It kind of looks like, for those that kind of have seen The Witcher, instead of the wolf medallion, this looks like a silver, like a dragon's head. Irnan, the dragon looks very similar to the dragon's head that you have on your sword that you found.
Irnan is still muted.
I believe he's probably having issues. But I'll say that, if any of you, like, recognize, because I would say Irnan may have, like, shown it to you.
Well, I think Isri found it at first and
Yes,
then gave
he
it
did.
to Irnan, right?
Yeah, so Israel, you kind of, like, recognize it briefly.
Okay. What is that from, if you don't mind me asking?
He called it... He belonged to a a knightly order of some kind. They were known as the Order of the Silver Dragon. He said the reason why he came with us predominantly was that the pendant began talking to him, telling him to find the city in the mist and to light the beacon. He was very adamant about it, but he never got the chance to do so.
Well, I think, speaking from my friend here, who's currently not here, I think one of my friends here is seeing a city in the mist. But it was way past the mist wall. So
yes, I know what you are speaking of. They call it the Whispering Wall. It has led some to try to escape the mists, and in doing so, for those that came back were never the same, and those were lost to the mist for the rest of the time.
Oh.
Anyway, I hope that the food is to your liking. I am having beds made for all of you for the evening. You are more than welcome to stay here and leave first thing in the morning. I would say it would be best for you to be out of here by at least 9. The spell ends at that time.
Yes, well, we have business to attend to anyway.
I assumed so. The only thing that I ask is in these rooms. They were rooms to my friends. There may still be some personal things of theirs in those rooms. I would prefer it that you did not touch any antiques that are still there. The beds, and there are some areas that have been, you could tell what has not been moved and has been moved. You can touch those areas, but some of the things I would prefer you did not.
Of course.
Understandable. Thank you for the rooms.
It's just the least I can do. At least here, while inside this mansion, you will be safe from any prying eyes.
Iernan starts for the magic door.
Okay. Oh, are you starting for to leave?
Yes.
Okay. He's your friend, all right? He does not seem like he wants to.
He doesn't much care for the indoors.
Understandable. He is more than welcome to stay inside if he wants to. Stay outside. But while inside, any contact of or any attempts of scrying or divination magics will be ineffective while you are in here.
That's good news.
Well, I appreciate it. I think I'll be joining my friend outside, though, just to make sure nothing bad happens to him.
Of course. It is your prerogative,
Oh.
as they say.
I'll head out.
Okay.
I'll probably stay inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay inside too.
Okay. Is there anything that either, Aaron, is there anything that you are wanting to do as you come outside of this magic door?
While I'm walking back, and since I have a high passive perception and everything, do I see anything that strikes my eye, like anything that I would know about?
You probably did not hear us, as you were having your, connection issues. There was a silver medallion that, Mordenkanien kind of like pushed under the table. I don't know if you've ever seen, the show, The Witcher, but the medallion that Geralt always has with the wolf's head, he has one currently, but it looks like a silver dragon. The medallion looks very much like the dragon's head that's on the blade that Isri gave to you. The blade that you've been using for a couple sessions now.
Yeah.
So that's the so you do recognize that, and as you're kind of like leaving the main area and like walking down like the entrance hall, on the left and right sides you do see pictures, like single portraits. You see a single portrait of Mordenkanien. Looks like he's at a desk. Looks like writing a book. You do see next to him a man with like kind of like crew cut, like blonde hair. He has kind of like some kind of silver like leather armor of some kind. It's not plate mail, but it's or a breastplate. It's like almost like a silver leather. You see, hanging around his neck is that silver dragon pendant, and at his side is the blade that you are holding, that you are currently bonded with at the current time.
Yeah, I feel like seeing like the picture. Aaron like stops and he's like basically looking at it to actually get like a closer look at it, making sure he's.
Oh yeah, I mean the sword looks, identical. There's a little bit of, like the one that you have right now. When originally found, it had a little bit of rust and stuff, but you could almost identical.
Aaron seeing that, and he saw the medallion and everything. He'll actually start heading back, like right toward.
Okay.
Mordenkanien.
Okay. So Core, as you're coming down the hall to like kind of go after Aaron, you see he kind of like stops, looks at a picture, then starts to like head back inside.
Yeah, I'll just follow him.
Okay. Mordenkanien seems like, you see some dishes are being done, being washed and cleaned. You see Mordenkanien seems to have a different cup now as he's sipping it as you come back into the room. Oh. Well, you're back quick.
And Aaron like basically locks eyes with him and just goes right up to him, and before he even gets there, he summons that sword, and he not pointing the blade at him and everything, just so he gets a good look at it, and just says, "Whose was this?"
You see Mordekaien's eyes kind of stop to look at the sword. He looks at the hilt, looks at the craftsmanship on it. That was Camiro's. That was one of my traveling party. Where did you find that?
It's kind of hard to tell him that we took it off a grave.
Oh, y'all did. I remember that now. Okay.
Yeah. Aaron will kind of look down, like ashamed because he didn't know if that was his, he said, Aaron was like kind of looks like I said, looks down, kind of ashamed and everything. He'll tell him that we found it at a grave. We didn't.
It is possible that it may not have been his. They may have belonged to a group that he associated himself with. The blade, though, is very similar to the one he carried. He talked about that a couple of the knights from that order, they had originated in the Sword Coast, but then a separate faction seemed to have, they split off and they were never heard from again. That they said that they were called somewhere else. He hoped that he would find answers here about what happened to them. He never got that chance. Chimera was... what is the correct term for him? Headstrong. He was the first one to try and strike at Strahd. And he was the first to fall.
But at least he tried.
That he did.
Oh, but at least he tried.
That he did. And we all tried.
And yet here you are.
I exhausted myself to the point where blood was coming out of my nose.
And so you never thought of trying again?
No. Honestly, I did not.
So you failed once. Your friends died. You don't feel shame for that? You just sit here in this magic
I
mansion.
think that's enough. This man has been quite generous to us. We need to raise tensions.
Just accept that we're this is a loss. We shouldn't be here. We just accept that we're here. No.
Nobody ever said you had to listen to him, but he's being hospitality. He's great. He's granted us great hospitality. There's no need to try to make him revoke that. One of the few people who's shown us kindness in this terrible, horrid place. I'm just saying.
Ismark showed us kindness. And where is he?
One back at home, in the church.
Those were-raven folk. They showed us kindness. They trust us.
Yes, they're all right as for now. We're all doing what we can. But Strahd is much stronger than all of us right now. Right now, we need to keep a low profile and build up our strength until we can strike at him. If we run in there now, guns blazing, metaphorically, we'll just be slaughtered.
I'm not saying attack now. I'm just not accepting this man's advice that I should just accept that I'm just going to be stuck here.
Yes, that's fine. I will try. I'll try with you. I'll stay by your side. I'll stay by all of this. But, just saying, this man has been quite kind to us. I see no reason to show him any disrespect.
Your friend is alright. He has the right to feel the way that he does. I am a man of my word. You are all welcome here. If even if you pass through. If the spell is up, you are welcome in this mansion at any time. But I do not plan to watch another person die. So, even if that does make me a coward or shameful in any way, I will deal with that. And I will die dealing with that. But I appreciate the honesty that your friend has shown. His heart is in the right place. I just wish that we had. Anyway.
Yes, good night, Mr. Mordenkanien.
Yes. If there is any questions or anything, like I said, I will be up 2 hours before the spell is to end. If you are all still here,
Yes.
or you are leaving first light, this is fine.
Do you happen to have a library anywhere?
I
in
do,
the
yes.
State? Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Would you be willing to point me in that direction?
Yes.
There was some reading I wanted to do.
Yes. If you go up these stairs, to the right, there is 3 doors. The middle one is the library.
Ah, thank you very much.
If you go up the stairs to the left, there are 8 rooms. Some of those rooms have already been changed to yours, temporarily, with pieces of paper and quill. You will find your accommodations on that hall. The house, for the time being, as long as you are not too noisy, is yours. Just try not to get lost.
Of course, we'll do my best.
You see, he kind of like stands up. You see the chair like moves itself and shuts itself as he goes up the stairs. You see, he goes up the stairs and goes to the very first door is his. He seems to look at the other doors that belong to his group before him, and he kind of just seems to stand there looking at the doors for a while before going into his. And then, as soon as he walks in his door vanishes.
Oh, like it just gone from the wall?
Yeah.
Haha, cool.
Nice. Yeah.
I'll say to Ernan, if you want to go spend the night outside of the manor, I will join you in a few hours.
If that's what you want. And now Ernan starts walking that way, and when he gets outside, he starts a fire and everything, and I have a question. So I've been reading that the Book of the Sun God and everything. Is there any mention there about the sun, like the sword, that's something about the sun?
Oh, the sword of sunlight?
Yes.
No, there hasn't been. Predominantly, this is more kind of like basic beliefs, hymns, and some basic teachings on how one would worship and how they would like to try and live their life, like how clerics and paladins would live their lives. If they would devote their lives to the Morning Lord and such. There doesn't seem to be any thing about a special sort of sunlight of any kind.
Shoot. Well, he's made a fire outside, and he's reading that book, and like I said, finding nothing. He's just there. He's just reading it.
Question. Would you have... So, as Mordenkanien left, that silver pendant of the dragon that belonged to his friend, he left it on the table. Would you have left it there, or would you have grabbed that? Just out of curiosity.
It's hard to say because Iernan wouldn't like, I feel like he would have picked it up to look at it, but then put it back. He's not the kind that just takes something.
Yeah, I was just curious. I didn't know. So, I figured I would give you the opportunity if that was something that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Core. After you take Bongo, you see Vedrickton kind of seems to follow you. He's kind of interested in whatever you might be doing, so he's tagging. Seems to like be tagging along at the moment. So you make your way to this other hall. There's currently 3 doors at the current time. The first door that you come to lead, and he vanished. He'll come back in a second. So we'll go to Ingrid real quick. Ingrid, is there anything in particular you're wanting to do?
No, I don't think so. I think I'll just, hop in bed and go to sleep.
Okay. Isri, is there anything for you?
I would probably check out the room that I was given.
Okay.
See whose room this was before.
Okay, it does have the original plaque on it with like paper and quill underneath to tell you this room originally belonged to Azaria.
Okay. Not messing with anything, but can I just look on the inside of the room, see what kind of stuff was in there?
Yeah, you see that this room originally had been laid out for someone very much like Core, very ranger-like. There is some bows kind of hanging on the walls and such. There is a mantelpiece of some kind of bird of some kind. At first, you think it's a raven. Looking close, you look again. It's a starling.
Okay.
At one point, that's on one side of the wall, and it kind of she has a picture of her and looks like a Goliath gentleman, large battle axe by his side.
Yeah, if that's it, I'll kind of just take mental note and then probably go to bed.
Okay. Core, now that your internet has agreed
Yeah.
again. Yeah. First door you come to reads armory. Second one is library/study.
That's definitely where I want to go.
Okay. You open up the library study.
Cool. I am looking for books on gods.
Okay.
Not even necessarily ones that are like Barovian deity. Just looking for gods.
Okay. You go over to the more. You see, he does have it like alphabetized in like categories. He says he's got fiction and fable. He's got a non-fiction section. History of section. You do find like the more like religious section. What are you looking for?
I don't know. Core doesn't know any. Okay, so this is the logic I'm going here with.
Okay.
Core doesn't know shit about gods, right?
Okay.
Like neither of his parents were god people, but Core does know that people that are into gods, they screw up undead things, and a lot of things around here are undead. So Core kind of wants to see if he can like maybe do a little bit something with that.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a investigation check.
Investigation check.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna guidance myself on that
You can.
because my investigation's terrible. We'll see. Roll 20 and boom, 6.
6. Okay. You kind of
It'll
like.
take me a minute.
For the most part, you find basic books, Pantheon of the Third Coast, and stuff like that. Nothing really kind of like strikes out at you at the at the current moment. You see Van Richten. He's kind of feels a little more comfortable in this house. He takes off his hat, and you see he's now he's in his actual Van Richten form, not Rictavio.
Mm-hmm.
Dear boy, is there something I can help you try to find?
Okay, so I guess I googled because Core would be looking for gods that he could vibe with, you know.
Yeah.
So very nature deities.
Nature deity.
I looked them up. I looked some up because I don't know any nature deities off the top of my head. Let's go with. Is there anything on? I found one that I like. Her called Maliki.
Maliki.
Goddess Maliki. Yes.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while. Can you spell that for me?
Mielikki.
Maliki. Maliki.
One of her titles is the Supreme Ranger, so I feel like that's right up my alley.
Supreme Ranger. Okay, first thing that popped up for me was the Supreme Red Ranger. That is not what we want. Let's
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that's what we want.
Here, I'll send you how the name is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want.
That is that what we want? Okay.
Yeah, I want to worship a Power Ranger.
Okay.
Oh, I sent it twice on accident.
That's completely fine. Yeah, we could definitely figure out a homebrew Power Ranger class. We can figure that out. I think. Maybe that's something we can work out. Maybe Oath of Friendship or something. I don't know.
Oath of Friendship.
That's what I would kind of like think about. Oh, okay. Oh, righty. Okay. So, what do you tell Van Richten since he's kind of helping you too?
I'm gonna tell because I don't think Core would know who Maliki is. That's just one that I picked to give you an idea of something.
Okay. Of what you're trying to
so,
find. Okay.
Yeah. So Core would be like, looking for books on deities, particularly ones that have nature in their portfolio. I can't speak.
There is one that I can think of off the top of my head. Give me a moment. He's gonna go ahead and make a investigation check. His investigation's better than yours.
I'm guidancing him.
Okay. He got a 15.
Okay, do you want me to roll the d4?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll that d4 for me.
That's a 3.
3? So 18. Yes. Maliki, the Great Ranger, kind of gives you the book over. She, from what I remember, I don't know if you've heard of him before. He's a famous ranger at one point. He had a panther. I believe his name was
Drizzt.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Who hasn't heard of the legendary ranger?
Yes. He was a ex-worshipper.
Oh, I don't think I knew that tidbit.
Yes.
Just so you know, out of character, I totally knew that tidbit.
I figured you did, so. But yeah, he kind of hands you that book.
I am going to look over this book for like, I'll say 2 hours,
Okay.
and then I'll go outside. I don't know if you need me to roll anything.
I'll give you a little bit with the investigation check that Van Richten was. Now that you were able to find sort of a like at least a starting point. You find that for the most part, her plane of existence or stuff would be the forests, and she was a fan of unicorns, so much that the unicorn's head, face, and the horn became kind of like her primary like symbol of worship.
Her holy symbol?
Yes.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
You read about that. There's 2 orders as far as anything to do with this particular deity. There is the Order of the Unicorn's Horn. They are a small society of healers that would take care of injured people, animals, and plants. More of like the less violent side. Then you have the Shadow Wearers. The Shadow Wearers were kind of like a knighthood. They were like basically. They were also known. Term would be Green Knights. For them, they would protect.
Would you say
like sacred forests and stuff like that?
Would you say that they sought to advance the regrowth of ancient forests
Yes.
reduced by civilization?
Are we looking at the same page, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, that's basically. That's basically what you get. And another tidbit you get is
Sweet.
a primary enemy of hers was Talos.
Oh, that's right. I forget Talos is usually a really terrible dude.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what you're able to get within like the 2 hours.
I like that. I'll put the book back and I'll go outside.
Ready? And oh well, Astrid's power just went off. So they may or may not be back with us. That is completely okay. Give me a second. I'm going to pull my page back up. Okay, I'll get back with them here in a second. So after that time, I'll say Core, you do eventually make your way back outside and reconvene with Core. I mean, with Irnan.
Yeah. Cool.
Aaron by this time would actually maybe have gone hunting to see if he could get something to eat since he didn't eat his.
Oh yeah, I would say by this time you were able to find your own rabbit or 2.
Yeah.
You didn't
So
get
he's
you didn't get too far. You didn't want to get too far away from your party, but you felt comfortable enough to go ahead and kind of get a little ways away from them. So
yeah.
but you were able to find 2 of them.
Ian's cozied up by the fire with the one roasting over the thing, and he's reading that little book that he got from that priest.
Okay, that is not what I wanted. I forgot I copy and pasted that. I'm trying to bring some music back here real quick. Alright. Aaron, you see Core come back outside.
He nods to acknowledge him and just keeps reading.
Okay. Anything the 2 of you want to do before we call it an evening?
Not particularly.
Okay. everyone receives a long rest. I will say, Isri, you're the only one that is with us, and that is inside the house at the same time. So
Alright.
I'm gonna start with you. Is there anything in particular you're doing as you're waking up?
I would have made sure to wake up in the morning before the spell ends, like you said.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would suck otherwise.
Oh yeah.
And I guess if he's up, I'd probably just spend the morning talking to, like, not really asking anything, but civilly interacting with Wizard Man.
You go to go and find him. You realize there is a note left on his door.
What does it say?
Dear new party, I apologize for my attitude the night before. After some thinking, I found myself looking back at old memories of what me and my party was able to achieve. And something your friend, Ernin, said stuck with me. I do not feel like I am at the point in my life or career that I would be any help towards any of you. But if I am able to find the items I lost during my fight with Strahd, that when the time comes and you feel as if this is the path that you want to take, I will lead the way into the castle for you, if this is the path that you decide. Signed, your humble host, Archmage.
off at the end.
Wow! I just realized that. Okay.
Good on you.
Wow. Well.
And we're off.
Yeah, alright. Aaron, go ahead and roll me a d20 for the day if you would.
A D20.
Ah.
While he's doing that, does the thing we're riding have one horse or two?
The one that that you guys are riding has 2.
Okay, never mind.
It does have 2.
If it had one, I was gonna long strider the horse.
Okay, no,
But
yeah.
If it has 2, there's no point.
Yeah, it has 2. What did you get for the roll 20? I mean,
5.
For the 20, excuse me. Wow. I can't see it. Uh, 5. Okay, cool. Give me a second. Now that I know what it is.
I mean, Aaron has long strider, but I guess you won't ask him if he can do anything about it, but it's okay.
Oh,
I guess we
Lord.
could both cast it on the horses.
Alright.
Fast horses.
Be some
Fast
pretty fast
horses.
Okay, interesting. You all begin to make your way to Kresk. Give me a hot skip moment and a jump. And look at our map here. So you guys are currently kind of like over in like this area. This is kind of where you guys are starting your day. I'll say you kind of remember where you guys crossed. You kind of get to where right outside where Van Richten's tower was. You're maybe a little bit away from it as the day comes to a close. Nothing terrible seems to happen for the most part. As you're all starting to bed down for the evening. Aaron, you were the one that rolled. Roll me a D100 if you would.
Oh no.
Okay. D100. 72.
72?
Yes.
Okay. Aaron, as you're, I would say you are, grabbing the firewood and gathering the things for the evening for tonight's fire, you find, kind of like strikes you at first. You find a porcelain doll's head.
Great.
And it's just kind of sitting there, its eyes are open. And
Oh, God.
every which way you kind of go to step, you notice its eyes are always traced on you.
And Aaron's kind of going back and forth seeing this, and he's like, what the fuck? He'll take an arrow from his quiver and he'll basically poke it.
Okay, are you just gonna are you gonna shoot the head?
No, he's got it in his hand and he's poking it to see if it does anything.
It does not do anything. It's just staring at you, lifeless, looking at you.
Aaron's a regular guy. He thinks it's just a doll. He's gonna pick it up.
Okay, you pick up the doll.
I wouldn't, but Aaron would.
This is just the doll's head. So you pick it up and take it with you as you gather the kindling and everything that you're gonna need for the fire for the evening. Yeah. You come back. You see Victor's sees you holding this little porcelain doll's head.
He's kind of holding it eye level, and he's kind of moving around his head, trying to watch it, follow him.
Is there something that you were? What is it that you found?
Well, while I was gathering wood, I found this on the ground, and it seems to like to follow you. And I'll basically flip it around, and so it faces him and see what it does.
You brought that with you?
It's a fucking doll.
Have you never read the classic horror novel Annabelle?
I don't.
see-
I don't think Irnan is the type to read. No offense, but
Alright.
you see,
Alright.
Victor kind of looks at it like it looks just like a doll. I mean, I don't notice the eyes looking at me. I mean, it's just eyes. That
Yeah,
are just,
you're used to this.
I mean, you're talking to a guy that brings
You-
cats back to
Oh,
life.
yeah,
So
you've got to see your bones.
you are doing a robot voice at the moment, Thor.
Yeah. I thought it was me at first. And then...
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
We'll give that a minute.
Wait, so Victor doesn't. The eyes don't follow Victor.
No, the eyes stay in one place.
Okay, and then I flip it back to me and move around and see
It
what
is
it does.
watching you though.
Oh, great! And I'll let that be known. I'll basically put it to where they can see, and I'll move it around so they can maybe see if it's following me.
All right, that is a little creepy.
That better go into the fire.
Let's see if I have. I like to do this because this is my common sense thing that I like to do.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Iernan's up for it. He would put it in the fire. He's like, I think that's a good idea. I don't like being watched, but he's still doing the watching it follow him.
Okay. You kind of like put it right there in the fire. You hear eventually as it heats up and cracks. You watch it even as it cracks. You watch the eye is still as you're moving around. The eyes are still watching you.
Fuck you.
Fucking devil.
Oh, I'm actually glad that you rolled that.
Hate dolls. Hate them so
Yeah.
much.
So was it just a doll, like out of character? Is that that's all it was?
All it is a porcelain doll's head that always seems to be looking at you.
Oh,
Oh,
so it's just a little bit of a
like some
creep
type
factor.
of some demon creature was gonna come out of that. It was gonna grow spider legs or something out of its head.
Well,
That's what I was hoping. That's what I was waiting
now that you
for.
say that, Corey, you watch as no, the thing from Toy Story pops out of the
The monkey.
no that do you not remember that doll
With the
from the first
spider
one.
arm.
Yeah, the spider
Oh, the
arms.
one in the first one.
yeah the first
Oh
one
my
very
god!
first
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it clanks and clicks at you. No.
I always thought those things looked goofy as a child.
Oh god, that scared me as a kid.
But actually, while that thing's burning, and if it's like still looking at everything, he'll start like saying the hymns that he read in that book and everything, because something like that's evil. He doesn't like it.
Ah,
Now he's like, oh,
I would like,
closer to me. Oh yeah.
DM, there's something I would like to start doing tonight.
Oh, okay. What is it you want to start doing?
I want to go see if I can find like a sizable chunk of wood, like a bit of a fallen something
Yeah.
that I can use.
Yeah, there's plenty of that.
Okay, cool. I want to
Barovia.
start whittling, not like a holy symbol of Maliki, but just like a wooden unicorn.
Okay. I'll say you're starting to like slowly work on it at the current time, as you are all bedding down for the evening.
Cool.
Not Aaron, Isri, is there anything that you are wanting to do, this evening?
Not really.
Okay.
Just probably say he'll take the first watch, and
Okay.
then
Go ahead and roll that perception check for me, if you would.
all right. Oh, natural 1 for a total of 4.
For a total of 4? Okay. It could be your mind distracted with everything that's going on. I mean, you can obviously hear the things that are coming around you, but it's hard for you to stay focused. Nothing terrible seems to happen on your watch, though, as the encounter that you guys drew was just the doll's head, so you are safe and sound.
Physically, not mentally.
Yeah. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, you guys are messed up in the head. Nothing I can do about that, though.
Awesome.
Who will take second watch?
I'll go ahead and do it.
Core.
I'll do the next one. Will.
Okay.
Cool. So perception from me, and then can I have Bongo assist me?
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Sweet. Oh no, don't open Bongo. Actually, Bongo might have a better. No, he does not. Okay, 21.
21?
I'm not doing guidance with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. As you're up with Bongo and you guys are, I would say you still kind of maybe going through his like sword training.
Yes, definitely.
That evening, you kind of notice as you guys are training, a couple ravens have nested in a tree not too far from where you guys are, and they're just watching you currently at the moment.
Wave at him.
You see,
Go back to training.
you see one kind of puts up its wing and kind of seems to do the same thing.
Yes. Okay, cool. Ravens are chill now.
Yeah. Now that they're still a little creepy, but at least you realize they may be on your side.
I still need to know whose ravens brought me here, but for the most part, ravens are chill.
Yeah, for the most part, ravens are chill.
Cool, yeah. So me and Bongo are having some sword training lessons.
Okay. Irnet, roll me a perception check if you would.
All right. He's getting up and looks at Core and Bongo. He's like, who the bloody hell touched you to handle a sword? Go to bed.
I'm sorry, I like to be prepared.
Touche. 15.
15? Okay. As the sun's beginning to rise, you do kind of see like the same kind of like two ravens have kind of like this down. At the current time when you wake up, they're currently asleep though. But you do see them kind of like up in the tree, not too far from where you guys have camped out.
Okay. Irnan, since he sees the sun, does he see the sun, or does he just see it through the clouds? It's
yeah.
lighting up a little bit.
Yeah. You notice it's starting to get light out. That's what I should say.
Yeah.
There is no sun in Barovia.
Yeah. You know what? Irnan will actually try to pray to the sun god, because a little sun from somewhere so dark, he likes the idea of that.
Alright. Irnan, make me a religion check.
Yes. A religion check.
Yeah.
Because I am good at that.
Yeah. I love it.
Awesome. 7.
7. You're not entirely sure if you did it right, but as they say, it's the thought that counts. At least that's what I hear that they say. That's the thought that counts. Isri, roll me a d20 for the day if you would.
Alrighty. That's an 11.
A 11. 11. Okay. Takes you guys the rest of the day. But eventually you find yourselves pretty close to where you believe Kresk is. The road branches north, climbs a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into 20-foot high wall of stone, reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin, white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead from the walled settlement to the abbey some distance away. As you guys are coming close to where this road branches off, you all start to realize it's getting colder. It's probably like 40 degrees. It's not bad to where you need like winter clothes, but you can definitely feel the chill in the air as you guys are now coming up to this area. The air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which sets a pair of 12-foot tall, iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is a name, Kresk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are about 20 feet high. Atop the archway, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. 3 of them watch you nervously. You see one of them kind of looks down. Hey, you there? What brings you up this way?
Hi, we're here to see the Burgermeister.
What's your business?
We're here on behalf of Ismark of Barovia.
Oh, you are speaking of the Koyanas, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Open the gates. You see the doors begins to slowly open a tiny bit. It takes a little bit for this to open. These are like hot, like heavy iron doors. You think for the most part they keep it pretty like protected for the most part. I brought up this area. So this was the road that you guys were on, and then it kind of like splits off like further ahead into like the fog over here. But then you see like this road kind of comes up to where these 2 iron gates are right here. As you are coming through, the one that saw you guys come, he kind of looks down. Alright, so if you will wait right here, I will go ahead and fetch Mr. Kreskov. Then he will give you a tour or whatever it is that you want here. First thing I will let you know, it's cold here. So if you are not used to this kind of environment, probably would be smart to get some kind of fur clothing. It doesn't get terribly cold this time of the year, but in about a month or so it can get pretty bad. Enough for you to possibly get sick. Second thing, do not at any time leave Kresk at night. We have been dealing with wolves coming at the gates. So, last thing we want to do is clean up the mess afterwards.
Sounds fair.
Good. You see one of them goes off to grab the Burgermeister. It takes a little bit of time. As you wait, you see this, he's about the Baron's age, but he's a little shorter and a little more heavy set, but he does dress very noble-like. Welcome, friends, to Kresk. I am Dmitry Kreskov. Welcome to Kresk. What business have you here? I was not expecting visitors.
We're here on behalf of Ismark Koyana.
Oh, the
This is
Kayana
my-
boy. I've not seen him in some years. Is it true that his father has been taking ill and passed?
Yeah, very recently, yes.
I will
Fortunately.
have to send flowers my way. I am sorry to hear that. Koryana was a good friend of mine.
Yes, Ismark is sad that he couldn't have been here to see you and speak to you himself.
No, yes, of course. But please, if you are friends of the Koryanas, then you are more than welcome here. Please, if you will follow me to my home, we will go ahead and I will let my wife go ahead and prepare food for the evening for you. Is there anything in particular you want to know about Kresk? You want to know the history? You want to know the rules, regulations, and such?
Why not both?
Alright, sounds great. So, I will go ahead and let you know. So many years ago, my ancestors came to Kresk and built this village against the mountainside. Very soon after, Saint Barkovia came to Barovia and established a convent and hospital here. You can see it from here up that mountain path. As far as I'm sure the guards have already told you, some of the things to not do while here in Kresk. I am a very nice and generous toast, but if you cause issues, you will not be welcome back. What else is we generally do not venture too far from the village. If anything, we get our shipments from Veliki. We also get our shipments from the Wizards of Wine. Thankfully, we just had our shipment come in not too long ago. It was getting there some time that we weren't getting any sort of wine for some time, but good enough that it has now made its way back. For the most part, here we eat chickens, rabbit, pigs, and for the most part in the gardens we have beets and turnips. Everything else that we depend on outside of Kresk is the wine. We don't need anything else. But I would avoid the Abbey at all costs. There can be screams heard from the Abbey.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Screams.
Yes.
That's not good.
Let's go check out that abbey, am I right?
Also, out of character really quickly, I have completely forgotten why we're in Kresk at all.
Me too. I didn't want to say anything, but I have also completely forgotten why we came here.
Like, we had a very urgent reason, and
We did.
Honestly, I feel like it has some...
Wasn't it? Was it one of the cards? One of the card readings?
Yes, Ismark had a feeling that maybe some further information could be found here.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
Okay.
I will ask the burger boy. I will ask him. So
The Burger Boys, what they're being called now. Okay.
Burger Boy.
Is it because he's short and fat? Is that why it is?
No, it's
core.
I love the term Burgermeister. It's just you're the master of burgers.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I got me off track. Okay, I'm gonna ask him. Your guard said you've been having issues with the wolves. You're not the first place we've encountered that's had that issue. Are they? I imagine the same, bigger, more aggressive, acting strangely.
These wolves here, they walk on two legs.
Shit. Right.
Kiernan looks over at what is being said and kind of smiles because that is exciting to him.
Good to know. Are your guard's weapons silvered by chance?
No.
Might want to invest in some silver.
I will keep that in mind. You are familiar with these creatures?
Familiar loosely. I've been told stories.
Oh. Alright. I will say if we can try to find some silver. It is hard to find now here in Barovia, but we will do the best we can.
Yes.
But please, you see his this house right here is his. You kind of come in and you see he kind of comes in. He kind of puts his coat off. Dear, I forgot to tell you that we have guests here, but everyone, my wife is what is her name? It is. I have to go through. Anna. This is my wife, Anna. You see, Anna is taller than he is, and you see that she is a little bit more stern, more kind of. You think for the most part she might be the one that wears the pants in the relationship, from the way she carries herself. But she seems to be looking over a stew as she brings like 2 bowls. Well, Dimitri, you could have told me that there were more people. I would have set the table. But this is alright. I will grab more bowls. We are having turnip and beet stew. There is a little bit of pork inside. If you are, I also made another bowl for those that do not want the meat in their stew. But we are more than welcome to my home. So, welcome to my home. We don't have much. Why are they here? Why are they here? And she's like, oh, they are the friends of from Ismark and the Koreanas. This is fine. You are welcome here. I apologize for my rudeness. We don't get many visitors, so I wanted to make sure that I did not want. And we like to protect our people here. So I wanted to make sure that you weren't going to cause any issues, I assume?
You have no worries. We're just here to visit. We have no cause or plans to cause any harm to your village or your people.
Alright. Well, I assume my husband has already told you some of the things about our lovely village. Stay away from the abbey, it is cursed. You can go and look at the pool, to the shrine of the White Sun, It is very beautiful in the moonlight. If that is something you want to look at.
Thank you.
Thing-
Iernan still has a smile on
thing
his
on
face.
list.
Everything.
White Sun Pool does that pool happen to be located to the west of here?
No, it is actually inside the village. It is just right. If you follow this road, you will pass where we butcher the livestock, and at the edge of the encampment is the shrine in the pool. There. After you are fed, you are more than welcome to go there. If you plan to stay here, if you are coming in and out of all hours of the night, just let us sleep. Try not to be too rowdy. That is all I ask.
Of course.
Trust me, you won't hear me coming.
That is wonderful to hear. But you are welcome to eat, Dimitri, dear. I will go ahead and go back to doing what I was doing if you want to entertain our guest. Of course, honey. I appreciate you. And you see, she kind of just gives him a kiss on his head. She's much taller than he is, and she kind of just goes away. Dimitri just starts gobbling down his soup. You see Van Richten kind of dishes all over. Pardon if I am mistaking or misheard. A pool of...
Yes. Blessed by the White Sun. And, if I'm not mistaken, this village is the westmost place in Barovia, or at least extremely westwardly.
Yes. Yeah, at least on a map.
Would be definitely worth at least investigating. I say we try to learn a bit more about that abbey as well.
Yes, that might...
It might be worth looking into, just
Yes.
any of us wants to. Right. What time is it? Is it like night or is it like earlier?
It's like evening.
Okay. Well, I feel we should. Well, no, she said it looked pretty. We should probably take a look tonight because she said it looked beautiful in the moonlight.
Well, if memory serves, it will get dark in about 2 hours. Like, actually, dark.
Right.
Right.
Well, I've got some things I need to work on, but we'll meet. Let's say we'll meet back here at this house in 2 hours.
Great.
Sure.
Okay. Iernan, anything
Yes.
that you want to do at this current time?
Okay, I'm rolling a d4 to see what he would want to do, because the two things that he wants to do.
Yeah,
Alright.
I know. I know you're. I see Iernan's like ears like perk up, like, ooh, what was that? Walk on two legs? Ooh, a pool with white sun? What?
Basically. Let's see. Odds, he's gonna go to the pool. Evens, he's gonna try to like find out more. Since it's becoming dark, he's gonna try to find out more about these wolves that walk on two legs.
Okay.
And it is evens. He's going to the pool.
Okay. So are you going to the pool, or are you going to go talk to the guards that have been dealing with the wolves with two legs?
You know what they said? Yeah, he'll go talk to the guards about the wolf because I remember that they said, oh, it looks better at night.
No, the pool looks better at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna go. You're gonna go talk to the guards. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You gotta go back to where the gatehouse is, and you see the guards. Now you see the backside. You see like where there were some slits in the gate. You see that there are archer. There's at each tower, there is at least one archer that is like has got their like arrows like ready and pointed through like a slit that can't really be seen.
Yeah.
You kind of notice it. You're like, that's an interesting like framework, but maybe it's just how it was built. Now that you are looking at the backside, you can see, oh, that's what that's for. It's for them to shoot through without being seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see the guard from earlier. did you have a good visit with the Baron?
Yes, we did. But to be honest, I didn't hear much of what he said. Some of it, but what caught my attention was the wolves. He said wolves that walk on two legs, and I was wondering what y'all have seen.
Yes. There have been instances where at night we are not stupid. We know that there are wolves here in Barovia, larger than most, but ever once a week or so there are wolves that come. These are much more vicious, much more calculated, and they large and I kid you not, they walk on two legs like me and you do. And no matter what we do,
No, I've heard about some stuff like this.
our weapons seem to not do much. If it was not for the heavy fortifications and our decent archers, we would probably be goners. If it was not for that.
Can I rack my brain to see if I could offer any help to them? Like maybe if I know anything.
The only thing that you know is the things that, of course, you know that Richard's told you, and the things that you kind of know about werewolves. If there's any, as far as anything that hurts them, anything that might be magical, anything that's silver. So you're sitting there thinking for a moment. You're like, well, it may not be magic, but maybe if they light the arrows on fire, that might help. You know, anything to help with like negating the
Have you tried
protection
fire?
that their like coat gives them.
Yeah. He wants to feign like he doesn't know what these are, but wolves that walk upright, he knows they're werewolves.
Yeah.
But he's like, it happens to be how often do they appear here?
Generally, if they ever do, it is usually once a week. If memory serves me, if they are creatures of habit, which they seem to be, it should be either tomorrow or the day after they should be attacking again.
Okay. Did anything stand out to you about that?
Okay, like, I heard you, but your voice kind of like got like really quiet when you were talking.
Did.
Yeah.
And then he's not getting frustrated, but he's running out of stuff to ask because like they seem to be cooperating, and so he'll ask, is there anything that sticks out about them? I mean, I know wolves on two legs, that's obviously easy enough, but anything else that just sticks in your mind that like that's strange?
Well, they seem to take the same path. I do send 2 guards out to check and see if anything was left or anything. They seem to take the same path. It starts from the road, then they seem to enter the woods at a certain area, about 3 or 4 miles down the road from where we are. I don't know if that is like maybe a preferred hunting ground or anything like that. Besides, their hides being able to take the impact from our arrows and weapons. That's all I know. These are things that we are getting accustomed to, but we have still not figured out how to deal with them.
besides the path, what do they do? Just try to get in and y'all basically push them back?
Yes, that is generally what we try. I have noticed that ever so often we do get, I am not told, he is the Baron or the Baroness about this, but after one of these attacks, we do find that some of the children have been coming up missing after one of these attacks. They generally take, it seems to be one or two every attack.
Do you ever notice of how many are there?
It is hard to keep track. Usually there is generally 4 or 5.
Notice.
It is different every time, but the last couple
Yeah.
times it has been 4 or 5.
Yeah. If there happens to be an attack, I would like to offer help if I can.
You would definitely take it. You will know. We will sound some sort of horn. If
Alright.
if there is one.
Okay. I have a couple friends here. If anything like that happens, we'll definitely help.
That is much appreciated. I apologize. I did not get your name earlier.
I didn't give it, but Irna,
Boris.
of course. Well, if you're looking for me or anything, and then Irna snaps his fingers and everything, and Cordelia, a white barn owl, appears on his shoulder, and he just goes, "Look for the owl," and he walks off.
You see, kind of like his mouth kind of drops as you do that. Like, okay. Core. What are you doing?
He said he'd be right back.
Oh, he did. Yes. We'll jump to Isri then.
I'd probably be talking to the Burgermeister and the wife.
Okay. Anything?
Probably just asking questions
Okay.
about the Abbey.
Okay. Like what? Like the history and stuff like that, as far as he knows.
Yeah, like he mentioned that, like it had been like they moved in not too long after his family had started up the town, but like there's nothing other than that.
Yeah. They said that a Saint Markovia came, built the abbey there. And after some time, after she failed to overthrow Strahd, it started to become like pretty like abandoned for the most part. Then that's when over time they just believed it to be cursed and haunted. They said about a century ago, supposedly, they said that a person from a distant land came, and he came to speak with Dimitri's grandfather to reopen the abbey. They said the man was strikingly handsome, and the villagers couldn't help but do as he asked. The locals just refer to him as the abbot.
Okay.
That's pretty much all they really know, because they stay away from the abbey as much as they can. They believe it's like a bad omen to go there.
Question.
Yes, what is your question?
So is the abbey like in use, or is it like old and abandoned?
So, at one time, they said it was old and abandoned. Now,
Mm-hmm.
about a century ago, somebody came in and reopened it.
Okay, so the dude came and reopened it, and they're still hearing screams come from within?
Yes, so they kind of just, like, stay away.
Ooh, okay.
Core, was there anything you
Yes.
wanted to do? I did ask you first, but I did not see the message that said you were gone, so...
Oh, huh. I want to try to finish my unicorn carving.
Alright, go ahead. Give me a sleight of hand check. We'll see, like, how good it turned out.
Cool. Bada bing bang boom. Sleight of hand. 22.
Not terrible. I mean, you take the time really well, and it comes out almost like as seamless as that silver medallion of that silver dragon came out.
Mm-hmm.
Instead this is out of wood. It looks like a little, like you've got the outline of like the circle of like an emblem. Then you got like a unicorn's horn, and the starting piece of a horse's head. That's basically what you got currently.
Okay. Sweet.
Looks very nice.
Nice.
That's what you got currently right now. Is there anything else that you wanted to do?
Nope, that was it.
All right. You all reconvene back at the house. You see that the light has started to disappear from the sky. It's getting dark again. You see the moon is starting to come out, or starting to make its appearance.
You guys want to go check out the pool?
Yes.
Okay.
Might as well.
Even under gray skies, this pool at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. Near its shore sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced. You kind of look really closely. And you start to, as the moon starts to hit the water, it is giving out this great, actually beautiful view of the water and the in this little gazebo that's currently around it. You can probably tell that the gazebo is so frail that even if a strong wind were to come, it would just knock it over. The only thing that's keeping it up is the surrounding trees and the walls and cliff that are keeping it up.
All right.
I want to look in the pool, like in the water.
As you get close to the water, Core, you kind of look at the water for a moment. You don't see anything. You look up.
Mm-hmm.
A man begins to walk towards you.
A man?
Yes. He's walking.
Was he?
He's walking on the water.
Oh.
Do we see this too, or is it
Yes.
just Core?
Yeah. You see it too. You see, as Core's looking down, he looks back up. You see this man is walking on the water. The man is
good evening.
Is strikingly handsome.
Oh.
He is currently looks like he's wearing like a white breastplate and white cape. You all look at him very closely. He bears a striking resemblance to someone that you have seen before. I apologize, I was not expecting company this late. No one ever comes here anymore.
Ooh,
That's
we're
what
kind
we-
of visitors here.
Well, then I think introductions are in order. My name is Sergei. Sergei Zarovich.
Pardon.
And that is where we're going to take a quick little break. Go use the bathroom. And
I
stretch your legs. Take that in for a little bit. About 5-6 minutes or so. Not too long.
Ugh.
Alright, so now that we have stretched our legs, got everything that we needed to take care of, we're going ahead and jump back into our session. So Core, as you you see this man, and he gives you his name, you start to realize the resemblance. This guy looks like a younger version of your best friend and bosom buddy, Strahd. Looks just like him. But, perhaps...
Does he have a matching fedora?
No, does not have a matching fedora. That's the only thing.
Okay.
And you notice, Strahd has a red breastplate. This man has a white breastplate.
better taste in wine.
Wait.
It's starting to
Hold
click.
on a gosh.
It's starting to
Hold
click.
on a gosh dang second.
It's starting to click. Come on.
Wait, is he also the innocent?
Oh, wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
Is this a twofer? Is this a 2-for-1? 2-for-1 special?
Wait.
Here at Barovia?
All right. I don't know. What is?
Focused on the fact that this man's walking on water.
Listen. Forget the fact.
That's like, okay, out of everything we've seen, that's like the people do that probably on the reg in regular world.
Yeah. You sit there and think for a moment. He dwells with the one whose blood sealed his doom.
Yeah.
A brother of light, snuffed out too soon.
Is this man a ghost?
I don't know.
Like I said, Iernan's trying to figure out how he's walking on water. He's basically like, he went to the right of him, looked at the water, and let his feet and everything. He went to the left and still.
You can kind of see like the ripples, like underneath his feet, kind of like going like apart, but his feet never actually go in the water.
Iernan will actually try to. He'll put his foot and he'll basically tap the water to see
Your
if
foot goes in.
Has solid ground.
let this sink in, then you can ask me anything that you're wanting to ask.
Well, I have one. If you're a ghost, logically, at some point you died. Do you remember how?
My brother told me he had a gift for me. He asked me to come to this pool to give this gift to me. Next thing I remember a blade going through my chest.
Oh.
And then nothing after that. Just anything that may or may not have happened in this area. This is all I know. My spirit clings to this pool.
That's unfortunate. Obviously, I'm very sorry.
It is all right. Tatiana is Tatiana still alive? I've not been able to see her in so many years. I don't know if she's probably long gone now.
Do we know a Tatiana? I feel like the name sounds familiar.
The only thing you know is anytime Irina has told you that Strahd has called her Tatiana a couple times.
Mmm.
I'm afraid we haven't met a Tatiana in our time here. I'm sorry.
That is all right.
But we're fairly new, so I wouldn't take our account as universal.
This is fine. As long as she is safe and away from him, then my ending, I can deal with that.
A woman told us that you could somehow help us on our mission to defeat Strahd. How would you be of help to us?
Well, I'm not entirely sure what she told you. There's not much I can do. I do know that someone, some years back, they built this gazebo over something. I was here when they were working on it. Obviously, I don't know much more than that. I will let you know. This pool does have some magical capabilities. If you are familiar with the lesser restoration spell, if you drink from the pool, you get those benefits from drinking from the water. Here.
Actually,
Has it always done that?
oh, good question.
Yes. At some time, it had more powers, but its magic has gone over the years. You can thank, I believe in Barovia they call him the Morning Lord. Where I come from, they call him Palor.
Oh. Well, thank you for letting us know that.
Yes, we have not always lived here in Barovia. We came from a land far away from here. My father came and conquered this land. And then when he died, my brother Strahd took its place as king. or Lord, however you want to call him.
Do you wish to see your brother defeated?
I love my brother. I am sad that that is how our relationship had to end. You do what needs to be done. Whether that is destroying him or whatever it is that you must do. But I have seen these people in Barovia suffer too long. And I assume it has something to do with him.
Ah. Yes, we will do what we can.
Like I said, I am sorry I can't be much help. I don't know why this woman that you said I can help.
I believe specifically she said you'd be able to lead us to him.
Well, I don't know exactly what that pertains. I will say my brother is the gloating type. And what I mean by that, if he defeats a particular enemy in battle, he keeps a trophy or something. If anything, if he still has any resemblance of a man, he may have taken my body back to Castle Ravenloft. Perhaps wherever my body is buried. That is at least what I would think. If that is any points you in any direction.
Yes, that would be helpful.
And as far as anything else, the only thing I know is that someone came and they dropped off a book, and they in some years they buried it, and then they built that gazebo. I don't know anything else.
Guess we're tearing up a gazebo today.
You see, Victor's like, may I do the honors?
Knock yourself out.
You see,
No fire. Don't make it look like we destroyed things.
oh no, I'm just going to. You see, he flips his hand, and a gust of wind seems to come through and knocks the gazebo over.
Oh, such a shame.
What? There was a what? The strong wind came through. What can I say? You see, he kind of just looks over at Edgel. Well, I did my job. Now it is your turn to do whatever it is that y'all do best.
Start sorting through some gazebo.
Alright, I'm gonna start through some gazebo stuff. Go ahead, and anybody who is doing that can make a investigation check.
Investigation.
Iernan's dragon sword. You said it was like rusted and everything like that?
Yes, slightly rusted.
Iernan will summon it, and he heard restoration.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know a little bit more about that. He wants to try to like dip a little bit of the rusted side of the sword into the water and see what it does.
Okay. Iernan, you watch as you dip the sword into the pool. For a moment, nothing happens. Then you watch as the pool seems to almost eat away at the rust. And you watch as the rust seems to like eat it away, and then the blade almost looks pristine again.
He'll automatically just like dump a little bit. Maybe actually like use his hand. Maybe try to see if that even helps. Like wipe the rust away, trying to make it faster.
Oh yeah, it does. All right.
Alright. Okay, now they need help at the gazebo.
Okay. So what do we get for investigation checks? Core got 22.
No, I got an 11. 22 is for sleight of hand.
Oh, for sleight of hand. Okay, you got an 11. What did you get, Aaron?
5.
5.
No.
Dude, I cleaned my sword.
Isri.
Rolling it now,
Yeah.
and 9.
Okay, we'll let Van Richten do one.
My passive is 18, but
Van Richten got a natural 20 for 23.
Nice.
You see, he kind of goes through. Well, I'm not sure how this helps, but there is a book right here. Looks like a diary.
Check it out.
Kind of opens it up.
Rangers keepers.
Oh. Apparently, this belonged to Strahd.
Oh.
Dear diary, today Irina dumped me the 900th time.
Tatiana doesn't remember me. She's like,
She's
get away
just
from my
pretending.
window, creep. So I bit her on the neck.
Oh my god! Okay. Do you want Van Richten to read it, or does anybody in particular want to read it?
I mean, Iernan thinks he found Van Richten found it. So
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Vaughn boy.
I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. The war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the Valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty, who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy, but she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words, she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the age that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it. I had squandered mine. The death she had saw in me turned her from me. So I came to hate death. My death. My hate is very strong. I will not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death. A pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I'd made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 years. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul. But I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall shut the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me. And that is an excerpt from the Tome of Strahd.
Oh, so. Well, we gotta get that sword.
Do you think it's the same sword that your fortune teller talked about?
I would imagine so. Sword of sunlight.
Seems reasonable.
Let's see. Fallen house. Look to the highest peak. Where would the highest peak be in Barovia? Do we know that?
You do not know that offhand. Excuse me. Wow, that's
Gotcha.
longer to say than
You're all good.
Yeah. Wow. Words, they escape me. Yes.
What's the highest mountain range here?
The highest.
You're smarter than I am.
You see, he kind of thinks for a moment. I realize y'all didn't even see the village of Kresk. Well, if I remember correctly, there is a mountain. Maybe 2 or 3 days, if you take the road. Outside of Veliki. But Father said that that place was abandoned. He said there was an old mansion there. He talked about some nightly order that these fanatics worshipped a stone dragon.
Does that have something to do with the silver dragon, maybe?
I don't know.
I
Didn't
don't think so.
Mordenkanien say that one of his friends, they came here because that medallion said something about lighting a beacon?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's
On
odd
his
that there
dining
be.
room table.
Yeah, I think it'd be odd that there's 2 knightly orders that both have things to do with dragons. Seems much more likely that it's just one.
Would be quite a large coincidence.
That's just what I was just thinking, but Father said that the place had been abandoned for years and that nobody lived there. So, I never went there. I know, you would think the creepy guy who brings dead cats back to life would go and look at it and check it out, but no.
No, that makes sense.
We're fighting an immortal vampire. I don't think anything's out of the window just yet.
No, this is true. Alright, now that I actually have it back on Crest, you guys can now see Crest now.
Ooh.
I
But yeah, it took Victor a little bit. He had to sit there and think like where is the highest point in Barovia? He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that now.
Erdan's fucking huge.
Is the little statue still there?
That statue, yes. Sergey kind of looks at all of you. Oh yes, the statue here. This was a depiction, from what I was told, to the Morning Lord.
I will make a religion check to see if I know what it means.
Nice.
Since I've been reading a book about it, but at the same time, I am not religious.
Okay, you can go ahead and make a religion check. And with your reading, the DC may or may not be bad. What'd you get?
1.
You're still not sure. You're sure it has something to do with the Morning Lord, but you're not entirely 100% sure. Looks like a statue. Looks like he's holding his arms out.
Quick question, Sergey, before we go.
Yes.
You said you're tied to this lake. Is there anything, any affairs you'd want handled, or anything you'd be, anything you want handled that we might be able to do for you?
The only thing that I care about. I don't know if there is any trace of her. Tatiana, my fiancée. If you could tell me what happened to her, if you could find something out for me, that is all that I care about.
Absolutely.
If, for whatever reason, if you find she's still somehow alive after all these years, I've learned that Barovia is strange in ways that I will never begin to understand. If you could bring her here, that would make my death mean something. But I will not expect you to find her. But if you do,
We'll do what we can.
it would mean the world. I appreciate that. And
Of course.
if you are ever back here, and you have any other questions that I can try to answer, I will do what I can. But the time that I have is limited. Perhaps we will see each other again. May the light of the morning light shine ever upon you, heroes. Good luck. Stay vigilant. And I hope that if you do meet your end here, that you rest peacefully. You see, he begins to turn away and begins to walk. As he does, you watch as he slowly starts to dissipate. You watch as the footsteps still appear on the water for a little bit, then they just ripple away.
Alright. I feel like every place we go, we always find more questions.
Then
Answers?
answers, yes, I know.
But I feel like at least we have a lead to go off of now. We should probably... I say we take a look into this werewolf situation.
Yeah.
While we're still here in
We-
town, at least.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Then perhaps...
Do we?
Oh, no, go ahead, Isri.
I was just gonna say. We also mentioned wanting to check out the Abbey. Is that something we still want to do?
If you were all interested, I would not mind at least taking a look.
If that is something that you all want to do, while we are here, that would not be a terrible idea. we are here. Can't hurt. Is that something we want to do, first light?
Yes, I feel like tonight we should observe the
No, that is
wolves. Yes.
that is probably our best thing. Alright. Well, I believe the Burgomaster was nice enough to allow us to stay at his home, as long as we are quiet. So, if there's any other things that you all need to do before you make it back, I would do it outside his home. He's been rather generous. Definitely better than where we were staying.
Yes, well, I'm going to remain out here for a while.
Absolutely.
Right, well, I'm getting old in my older years. I will retire for the evening, but you are all more than welcome to do whatever it is that you wish. But I believe the road to the Abbey is down that way. You can kind of see it from where you guys are. So the pool's right here. The road starts right there. Actually, it actually starts down here. Because if you look up, each one of these like little triangles is 100 feet. Like a cliff.
Oh wow, it's a lot bigger.
Yeah, so each one of these like little triangles, these rows of triangles that you see, is 100 feet. Yeah. A lot bigger than you thought. Yeah. Thought I would let y'all know that. Like, oh, I can just climb up there. Nah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
no joke.
Sweet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stalk out for werewolves,
Okay.
and also so you say my carving was finished or not finished?
Your carving is finished.
Oh, okay, cool. And I just wanna stalk walls and look.
Okay.
Then will join, and he'll relay the information he got from the guards to Core.
Okay. About, more than likely, if anything happens, it'll be tomorrow evening or the next evening. If they are creatures of habit.
There's a little and there's a little path that they make that they told him about and everything, and that everything they've tried hasn't worked. And the children, I'll mention the children.
Gotcha. Well, then in that case, I will say to Aaron, I have a little something I would like to do tonight. It involves going outside of town. If you could maybe help me sneak out and keep an eye on me. Oh, you were cutting out for me there.
Yeah, you were like, I could hear you, but you were quiet.
Yeah, my regular headphones went dead. Iernan's like, as long as you don't get me killed, I'm alright with it.
I think we'll be alright. Just never hurts to have a partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Isri, anything for you?
I was just gonna tag along with the team
Okay.
based on what they were doing.
Alright.
Yeah.
But if
they wanna come,
boys.
No, if Israel wants to come, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah, and Victor will come
Okay,
too.
okay.
Victor can make himself invisible, which makes him pretty
Yeah,
stealthy.
if everybody wants to come, I'm not opposed to that.
Everybody except Van Richten will go.
Cool.
Well, I'll say Van
Everyone-
Richten and Ingrid. They will go ahead and call it a evening. But let me go ahead.
Actually,
Yeah, what's up?
real quick, Ingrid is the one that can make like stuff like weapons, right?
Yes, she can.
It has some gold. What would it take to make silver arrows?
I think she's
If
got to
It'd
that's
be
have.
expensive. I
Yeah,
think. So how much is it for a thing of 20 arrows?
I think regular 20 arrows is like like 5 gold pieces.
Let me look it up.
I think it's 5. It's not that much.
So the way that silver works is you take the original price and you add 50, and that's how much is silver.
Yeah. So.
Wait, they cost a single gold piece for 20 arrows.
Yeah.
So it would be 51 gold pieces for.
Yes.
A thing of 20 silver arrows.
Yes. And don't forget, you guys have some silver arrows that you stole from Van Richten's cart.
I gave him
Yes.
back.
I think it was. Oh man.
Yeah, I think we gave those back.
Yeah,
so
because they said they were his, and so
Yeah.
Ian gave
Okay.
them
So
back.
yeah, they are on his cart. Okay. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not. Listen, we may be murderers, but we're not thieves, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some honor.
Ian has the gold to do that if 51 is what it takes.
Okay. She will start to work on that then. For you.
All right.
Sweet.
Right.
Because he wants. Ian wants to make sure he's ready. Especially when he heard that when they said it's not even just 1, it's 4.
Okay. So. You guys get to the gate, and the guards are kind of look at you like y'all want to go outside, like okay. You realize y'all go outside, you're on your own.
If we find ways to make it over the walls, is that visible?
All right, just we can't do much else. If there's nothing around, we will open the gates. If there are wolves chasing you, we will keep our citizens safe, and you will have to fend for yourselves. But we will give you cover.
Duly noted. Thank you.
All right, Cor, what are you looking to do then? As you
Okay,
are outside?
I want to go. So if we're on the map of Resk, there's like a big forest bit. So I think we're off the map, but I think it was on the side.
Well,
I want to go into the woods, and I want to find somewhere that looks like moderately serene, at least. Like I want to find some like dope little clearing.
okay, yeah,
It's really chill.
you can.
Cool. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tell everybody else to stay away. Like stay back. I'm gonna bring Bongo with me. Like they'll be fine. Like I'll be fine. Do we have a one-on-one chat in this thing?
I
Okay.
can make one if that is something you want to do.
Yes.
Okay,
I want to do that.
Give me a second. Let's see here. La la la. Let's see. Where is? It has been a while. There we go. Been a while. Make a one here real quick.
It's been a while.
Let's get that. Okay, there you go.
Haha. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to go on one-on-one.
All right, let's go ahead and do
That's
that.
good. You?
Go ahead and jump in. And
Oh, that's a text chat.
son of a hit channel. We're going to delete that.
There's like a little option to toggle
Yeah.
voice or chat,
There it is.
voice or text.
There it is. I got it. Give me a moment. There we go. I'll create that. There we go.
Sweet.
That should be good.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be there in a second. Alright, you two hang out right here and I'll be back.
Right.
Alright.
Yo.
All right,
Oh, it's
Cor.
weird being on the other side of this.
Oh, yeah, I know it is. Alright. What do you
Alright.
What do you want to do?
So, I would like to take my little wooden unicorn
Okay.
and I want to put that down on like a rock or a tree or something I can put it on.
Okay.
And Core doesn't know how God stuff works, so he's just gonna start talking to the statue.
Okay.
So he's gonna say like, "All right, so never been much of a religious type, But in order to get out of this place, it is seeming like our only chance is divine intervention. And as we do have one religious member of our group, I feel like having more wouldn't hurt. So, Goddess Maliki, I want you to know you were my first choice of god. You seem like the one that I can get behind the most. If you're willing to accept this offer, I would like to convert myself to you, to devote myself to you, Lady Maliki, if you will have me.
Make me a religion check if you would.
Yes, that's a solid +0. That's gonna be a hot 4.
Hot 4.
Can I, would I be able, how do you do DM inspiration? Is that advantage or just a d6?
That would be, advantage.
Okay, cool. So I will not use that because that would have been, or unless you would want me to re-roll it because the advantage would have been a 10. So
I will go ahead and allow you to, use that advantage now. So, if you want to re-roll...
No, I will, just re-roll a new one?
Yeah, that's fine. See if you get some
I want to do that. I'm going to do that. 18! That's significantly better than a 4.
Okay. You have no idea if you've done it right. You're sitting there thinking...
Cool!
You're sitting there looking at this little wooden symbol of a unicorn. You look at it. Bongo's looking at it. Bongo looks at you. Bongo looks at the thing. Bongo looks at you again. Bongo looks back at the thing. He starts freaking out. He starts pointing at it. You see, it is starting to light up.
Oh. I just kind of stand at attention. Full. I don't know what's going on here.
You watch briefly as a spectral unicorn seems to like form itself in like maybe 2 feet away from where the symbols is sitting.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of just sitting there looking at you, and it kind of walks up and trots as it's like checking you out.
I want to slowly just like hold my hand up, and I want to see if the unicorn will let me pet it.
It leans down. It puts its head down.
I'll pet the shit out of that unicorn.
So, I have heard of you before. Believe it or not, your father prayed to me once or twice in his years. Wondered if you would ever do the same. What brings you to me, Corcusir?
If I'm being entirely honest, I've found myself caring for these people that I travel with recently, and I want to do what I can to make sure that they get home safe.
And what is it that you want from me?
I want you to help me be able to kill Strahd. To bring some form of peace and balance to this wretched place once again.
My power here is limited. But if that is your wish, Corcusir, then I will do the best that I can. Beware of the things that are in this forest. They do not heed to my will. I can sense that. This place is dark. I don't know how or what is controlling this place. But I will do what I can. If there are times you reach out to me and I do not answer, it is not that I am not listening. There is a barrier between this world. It is harder to reach out to those that are devoted.
I'll keep that in mind. Our Lady. Thank you. I'm gonna kneel down.
She's just gonna go ahead and take her horn. She's gonna go ahead and like put it like right there, like right where your head is, kind of like almost like putting like a sword there on your head. Kind of wait there for a second. Kind of open your eye to like, kind of like peek. You realize the unicorn is gone. The symbol is no longer glowing.
Cool. I'm gonna DM you some stuff later about what I have planned or what I would like to do.
Okay, okay, that's completely fine. All right.
Let's go back to the normal people.
Okay, go back to the normal people. I'll be there in a second.
Longer than I thought it would, but I'm happy.
Okay. So, now that we got that taken care of, it takes Course some time. He comes back to you all.
Feat that I have, observant, I'm gonna get to a point where I can see Kor's lips and read his lips. So
does anyone ever really see Core if you think about it?
If you're in the middle of a clearing, yes.
Yes, if you're in the middle of a clearing, you notice he seems to be talking to someone. You're not sure if it could be to himself, to Bongo, but that's what you're able to really guess. He was talking to someone. At least from the way that his body language was, it wasn't the only one phrase you were able to like guessimize from the way he was talking. Because there are times like he was turning around and like talking. One phrase you did catch, I will give, is I'm starting to learn to care about these people very much, and I want to protect them.
Aw, don't give it away.
But,
I've been bamboozled.
But you don't get anything else.
That's cool.
Because he does have the observant feat, so he would have caught a little bit of the conversation, but not all of it. So I gotta like balance here. It's like, okay, what do I give and what do I not give him? So I gotta give a little bit, but that's all you get.
That's good. That's
good.
good.
Yeah, so I would have sent. I was sitting here. Cordelia's around, making sure nothing around us, everything is a-okay.
Yeah, everything's good.
But that's it.
Okay. All right. So as you got, are you guys looking for like the trail that these guards were talking to you about?
I believe so.
Okay. Go ahead. I will allow anyone that has survival. You can make a survival check instead of investigation if that's better for you.
I'm gonna make a survival check.
I will also make a survival check.
Okay, if survival's better, you are allowed to use that.
18.
18?
23?
23?
Ooh, yeah. Do I find footprint?
Yes, you all are able to find the footprints.
If you would like, I could track these.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot that you're able to do that. That might be a good idea.
We'll look for a little bit of a late night trek through the forest.
Do we really have to go through the forest? Could we just, stay on the road?
Oh, does the path not lead through the forest?
No, you see Victor's like, do we really have to go through the forest in the night?
Well, that's what I'm asking now. If you don't want to come, Victor, you don't have to. Nothing wrong with that. There's lots of scary things in those woods.
Fine, I'll stay invisible, but so does shit gets real. Alright.
Yes. We're down 2 members. I don't think we should do any major fighting, but let's see where these take us. And I'm going to cast on the footprints, illuminate Spore, and I'm going to designate Victor, Irnan, and Isri, so you guys can all see the footprints, just the trail of footprints glowing now.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Core, you start to see the footprints. It do follow the road most of the way. Then about 500 feet out, you see they go through the forest.
Well,
Well, it is good to get some reconnaissance in at the very least.
Alright, so you guys are gonna trick through the forest a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to be safe as we go, because Pass Without Trace is not concentration, I will go ahead and just freebie cast Pass Without Trace on all of us so we can be extra super stealthy.
Okay.
oh, nice.
Go ahead, everybody can make stealth checks then.
So this is plus 20. 25. Or no,
Okay.
I got a 20.
yeah, 20. Oh,
Irnan got a 31.
got a roll for
Okay.
Bongo.
Victor got a 17, but he's invisible, so it's not terrible.
Bongo rolled a 21.
Okay. Isri, what did you get?
I got a 20. I rolled not great.
Okay. That's still, 20's
Still
normal.
pretty good.
Alright. You guys follow this trail for, I'd say a little bit. It goes deeper into the woods. After about 3 or 4 hours,
Oh, wow.
you all come to a clearing of some kind, and you see this large cliffside, about 100 foot up. You all see a cave. The cave, at first glance, actually looks like a wolf's face. Like the wolf had been carved into the mountainside.
Not spooky at all.
And you do see some light coming from inside the cave.
Ooh, I smell nefarious.
I think we have the wrong cave, guys.
Well, time to turn back around. We got the wrong place.
This is obviously where the werebears live.
Exactly.
They want us to think this is the werewolf cave, werebear cave, because it's a wolf. But
They got an Iceland Greenland situation going on.
Exactly. Well, do we continue on?
I don't know how many there are, and there's only 4 of us.
True, but at least we know where this cave is now.
Yes. I say we head back.
Alright.
I agree.
Okay.
Oh god, if it took us 4 hours to get here, do we need to camp?
Probably.
Okay, yeah.
What?
We're gonna camp because it took us 4 hours to get here.
Okay, I'll say you guys get back to at least kind of on the forest edge. You can see the road.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and whoever wants to make the first perception check can do so.
I'll do it because I don't need to sleep as long.
Yep.
Perception. Just 9.
Just 9. Okay. You are so just with the information that you guys have gotten in the last couple days. You're trying to process all this. But you feel pretty safe. You're not entirely sure why you feel pretty safe for the fact that you really can't see anything, but you feel pretty safe. Could be
Okay.
because of a recent goddess probably maybe keeping an extra eye on you.
Okay.
Could be very
Mayhaps.
could be very 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 possible. Could be very possible. Uh, all right. Second watch.
I guess Izzy would do it.
Go ahead and make me a perception check if you would.
All right. 11.
11. Nothing terrible happens during your watch. You do hear the sounds of kind of like wind blowing through the trees, but nothing terrible is happening.
Okay.
Iranin, if you will make me the final perception check for watch. Or Iranin is on mute. So I will head and roll for them real quick. Not terrible. 13. Nothing bad happens on his watch. So, with that, you three begin to, with Victor, make your way back to Kresk. You follow the road that took you to Kresk, and you make your way back into the village. You see the guards are surprised to find you come back in. Oh, it's a good thing y'all didn't die. Y'all didn't come back. We thought something must have happened to you, but this is good that you found your way back.
Yes, we can quite capable of taking care of ourselves. Thank you.
Good. This is good. Okay. I would say you all meet up with Ingrid and Van Richten. The plan is to go to the Abbey.
I believe so.
Alright, we're gonna go to the Abbey.
Pussy Abia.
Okay. Give me...
Can I say one thing really quickly? I'm sorry.
Yes, you may.
I probably can't be on that much longer.
Okay, that's completely fine. We don't have much more to do. So, if anything...
I still want to put anyone out.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine. No worries. It's not a big deal. As far as combat, there won't be any combat, or anything like that. So, try not to worry about that part at least. Okay, I'll go ahead and bring you guys on to the Abbey map.
Oh, yeah, because the Abbey's just right out of town, isn't it?
It's actually up and around.
Oh, it's just more up. Okay,
yeah,
more up in town.
Yeah, it overlooks the Abbey. I mean, it overlooks the village. Wow, that was harder to say than I expected it to be.
I get you. Words are tough.
Yeah, words.
Yeah, I've been studying all night.
What are words? So the road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the Abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones, held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by 15-foot high curtain walls. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also supports a chimney billowing gray smoke. I'll go ahead and let you guys see what is currently happening at the current time. So let's reveal some of this. This path down here is obviously the road that gets you to the Abbey. And it's just winding as it gets up. And this is the front gate. There's currently what you see right now at the moment when you guys come across this particular area. No one seems to say anything as you guys approach.
Is there like guards in front?
You cannot currently see any guards. There doesn't seem to be any guards at the front, but you do see like two like towers. Here, here, and here. But you don't see anyone currently at the current time. Nobody. Yes.
I was just gonna like basically call out hello, but you were gonna say something, so go ahead.
No, I was just pondering.
Alright. Alright, so Israel, you're gonna just yell hello?
Yeah, hello? Is anyone there? Or just a foreboding castle?
Nobody says anything.
I guess it's just a foreboding building.
Is the door unlocked?
You could definitely check and see.
I'm gonna definitely check and see.
You go to push the door, it is unlocked. But you start to push it, it squeals.
Sheesh.
As you do so. Currently, what you see right now is just the beginning of the Abbey. At the current time now. That's what you're able to see at the current time.
Alright.
Might as well go in.
Yeah, I said we go in.
Alright.
Start walking in.
Start walking in. Okay. As you guys walk in, go ahead and make me a stealth check, if you would.
Ooh, I'm good at those. What? 13.
11. What the hell?
Okay. Irnin, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
My internet is being slow. Great.
That's fine.
Amazing. Awesome. Yes. Like, I see nothing on the thing, but I'll just do it on my phone.
Okay.
Wit. Skill. Stealth. I'm going to have to screenshot that and send it in the chat.
Okay.
I got that for you.
Okay, good. Okay. Irnin, you, for the most part, this was kind of more of a group stealth check. Thankfully,
Yeah.
for you guys, Irnin got a natural 20, and Victor got 18 for being invisible. So,
Hey.
So Irnin, you are able to keep your friends pretty quiet. I'll say with your passive perception, you kind of take a quick look around. You notice the two guards that were at the towers, they seem to be asleep, but you can get good looks of them. They are not what you expect from your typical guards. One of the guards seems to be carrying a shovel. One side of his face is human. The other almost looks like a dog. He has a snout, and the right ear, the right side of his face is human. The left side of his face is dog, and he's a long like dog ear. He has a dog tail and dog legs. From what you could tell, the other one is about 4 feet tall. Looks like he's a beardless dwarf. You see, like, one hand, uh, almost looks like a reptilian hand. And on his right side of his face, it is almost snake-like. The other side of his body is, like, patchy, like donkey flesh.
Oh,
God.
They are not very attractive at all.
what is this? Blice from 2009?
And Victor is just like, what in the actual...
Yeah, this is.
Fuck is he?
I love the token for this dog man. I love it so much.
Yes, I know.
And they're sleeping at their posts.
They're sleeping.
So we sneak past them.
Yeah, you sneak past them. That's what the stealth check is for.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll say you guys can now kind of see, like, over to the right, you see just a bunch of graves. They go forever.
Oh, that's awesome.
We are large.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I was not expecting... Why are y'all so...
Giant gang.
I think
We're gonna crush it.
Prizes.
Wait, is Bongo giant? Yeah, big chimp.
Okay, that's a little better. I resized Ingrid a little better, a little bit. That is so weird how big you guys are. That actually bothers me.
I don't know why that is. I think it's because you have this. I don't know actually why that is.
I don't know, but
It's very odd.
Ingrid,
I think you can resize it.
yeah. I can, but so Ingrid's the right size. Yeah, that is really weird. I was like, what the hell are you? So freaking huge.
We are large.
You're huge. Y-U-G-E.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. As our
We're
former president used to say.
fucking huge.
That is...
Tiny Von Richten.
Yeah, compared to y'all, yeah. Sorry that everybody's else is fucking...
Super tiny Victor.
Yeah, like, they came out
This is odd.
small, but then y'all were like...
This is quite bizarre.
Actually, so actually, y'all need to be this size, technically.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We gotta be itty.
I was looking at the other tokens. So, but anyway, you guys are sneaking across. You guys get to this looks to be like a gatehouse right here. As you guys keep going on, that goes further into the abbey.
Goes further into the. Oh yeah, we should go further into the abbey.
Okay. So, 15-foot high curtain wall joins the abbey's two wings. Behind its battlements, two guards stand at attention, their features obscured by fog. Below them, set into the wall, is a pair of 10-foot-tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, mounted on the wall, is a tarnished copper plaque. You see the name of the plaque. Underneath the name of the abbey is the Abbey of St. Markovia, and it says, "May her light cure all illness." You all take a look at the guards. You realize they are just propped up scarecrows.
There's something very strange going on.
I definitely agree. This place is definitely creepy. Do we continue on?
Why not?
I think I'm kind of curious at this point. Huge core and huge bongo bust down the gate.
Yeah. Well, we're already here. Might as well. You see, Van Richten goes to push on the gate. It's heavy, but it is unlocked. Now you can all come to this courtyard.
Gotta love the courtyard. What is that?
As soon as I was like, he said, "What is that?"
That's a demon. That's a creature of the night. That's a devil. If I've ever seen one. It's a dastardly beast.
That is a dastardly beast. Who is that? Let me see. As you guys are coming.
Oh, God.
in.
DM doesn't even know. We're fucked.
No, I gotta make sure. Which one this is. Okay. The thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls, as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall, on which stand several guards with their backs to you. Or so it seems at first. It's clear enough that these guards are just scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them. And chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles.
Ah.
Suddenly,
Why?
as you all... Why?
My man's asking the real questions.
The quiet is suddenly shattered by horrible screams coming from inside the sheds. They are unearthly. Like, they seem like they sound like they're being tortured. It sounds... Altogether, you can hear about, 30 screams.
We got to go.
Kiernan will go up to one of the sheds and see if he can look in. Don't open it if it's even he can, but look in and see what he can see.
You go to look at one of the sheds, and as you do, you watch as this man, very similar to the guard with the lizard skin on the right side. Instead, it's on the left side, and he kind of just rushes, and he seems to rush at the door and grabs the bars, and you see some venom drip from his face and onto the door, but it doesn't do anything. It's just probably spit. He's like, "Help! Help!"
What was he saying? I really
Help.
didn't get any of that.
Help. And suddenly, as he's screaming, you hear from the post, "I really wish they would just shut up."
From where?
From the post. You see this one person tied to the post, right over here.
Oh, little bat spider critter.
Yeah, bat spider.
It talks.
It talks.
Why?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
Kiernan will go up to it. He's basically
Please, please,
he's gonna
please don't hurt.
ask the big question. What the fuck are you supposed to be?
I'm Merzena. Who are you? Please don't come any closer. Don't hurt me, please.
Wait, what name did you say?
Merzena.
Okay.
You can see She has this long, stringy black hair that hides most of her face. But you can see that instead, where her human mouth is, it's a spiral, like a spider mouth.
Ugh.
What are you?
I'm just like you. He does this to us.
Who is he?
The abbot.
Oh,
You see,
all right, we're going to make sure that he doesn't do this to anybody else.
you see,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you know, like the little spider mandibles kind of click as she talks.
Oh.
I just hear Israel like,
Ugh,
Like
I agree.
that's Michael. Isri would be much more compassionate, but something.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Little creature. Okay. So, wait. Where is this abbot?
she kind of takes her like arms that are bat wings. She points to this door right here.
We cut her free.
Hmm. Oh, we could. I guess we could.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and Isri will cut her free.
Oh, okay. You see, she kind of like she like seems to cover herself. As soon as you break her chains, though, she kind of looks over. She looks at all of you. She releases her wings and she flies off.
Oh. Oof.
I
Bye-bye.
Bye bye, Spider Bat.
10 sessions from now. Show this horrible thing. It was like a spider and a bat.
Like, what the fuck
Just gonna
is
hear
that?
about it.
And
My
it
fucking
talked.
tongue. It talked. Why did it talk?
Do we want to? So are we doing this? Are we going inside?
I feel like we should. Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think anything that could do this to anyone else probably needs to be investigated a little bit.
All right. So we're just gonna go through that door. That's the plan.
It looks like it.
All right. You see, Ingrid goes ahead and gets her shield ready. She's got her her warhammer ready. She's gonna go ahead and kind of get in front. Ritten's gonna have his hand on his cane, ready as you guys come to the door. As you all come to this door, door is unlocked. Gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single string instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched, leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire and a hearth, while above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and golden candelabras are neatly arranged on the table. Standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. A handsome young man in a brown monk's robe gently takes the woman by her hand. A painted wooden holy symbol that depicts the sun hangs from a chain around his neck. He moves with the grace of a saint. At first glance, it looks as if he is teaching her how to dance, like how to do a waltz of some kind, as they are like going dancing across this hall. First glance, y'all get to now look at a good look at this woman. You realize that bits and pieces of her face and arms have been stitched together. They don't seem to match. And you see that as the song ends, that she kind of looks at him. It is alright, dear. So now, from this point, what we do after you and the gentleman have done danced, you're just going to take your dress, like so. He takes his robe and does a curtsy. You see, she kind of does the same thing. And as she goes to reply, all you hear from her mouth is a scream. Like, that's how she replies.
Ugh. I don't like it.
Then, you see, he turns to look at all of you. Oh, who are you and what are y'all doing in my home?
I think you have some explaining to do, sir.
Well, Vazilka, go ahead and have a seat, my dear. I will greet our new guests. I am the abbot. Welcome to the Abbey of St. Markovia. And you are?
That's not important. I want you to explain why there are mutant hybrids running about the place, shrieking bloody murder and claiming you've done this to them.
Ah. Yes. That is unfortunate that is what happened. Fortunately, their imprisonment is necessary. Some of them, during the process, have gone a little wild. So, for the safety of everyone here, and that of the village below, I leave them locked up. They do get food and water. I am not a savage. But it is the best for everyone that they stay locked up.
Now, can you explain to me why the bloody hells are you even doing this in the first place?
Process.
It is the Morning Lord's guidance that brings me here. He asked me to save these people from Strahd.
I'm gonna look around at everybody else. Just be like, are you all on the same page as I am?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of like flash that look back, a little bit like an eyebrow raise. And Irnan is muted, apparently.
Yeah, I think Irnan still might be
Oh.
muted.
Very cool.
And this is the one he's talking about, the Morning Lord and everything, like who he reads about and everything.
Yes.
Has he read anything about this kind of thing?
Anybody can make an insight check.
Yes, the Morning Lord, god of the sun, and turning people into animal hybrids.
Oh, come on, Ian.
Oh my gosh, that's so
No!
All right, what did everybody else get?
Are we all rolling religion checks?
No, y'all can do insight.
Oh, insight. Yes, yes.
Yeah, insight's fine.
17.
Thank
Thank
God.
you. Because I rolled the natural one again.
17. Core. He's being very honest and forthcoming. You are very new to religion, but you do know that sometimes people may misconstrue something that a deity might want. It might lose the purpose along the way. Does that make sense? You think-
Yeah.
You think that he had great intentions when he first started.
Oh, I get you. So I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Um,
started out as a great, as good intentions.
All right. Please explain to me how you think this is in any way helpful.
Well, it started out that way to begin with. I thought by making them better than themselves, that together we could defeat Strahd. But the process warped their minds, and I could not cure their madness. Unfortunately.
You're torturing people up here. That's what you're doing. How are you okay with this?
It was not my intent when I first started. But now I do this to keep Kresk safe. I hold up to 40 of those things here to keep them all safe.
You're keeping them. You made them. You put the town in danger to begin with.
As I said,
kind of.
that was not my intent when I first started.
It doesn't matter if that was not your intent. That's what happened. The road to hell is paved with good deeds. Yada yada. You've all heard it.
What is it then, interloper, that you expect I do from this point?
Stop making horrid, human animal hybrids that is quite literally torturing people and turning them mad.
Can I go look at the girl he was dancing with?
Yeah, you can. As that's being done, because I would say he's kind of like over here talking with y'all. As he's kind of left the girl, she's kind of sitting there in the chair by herself, kind of just minding her own business.
He won't talk to her. He kind of just wants to see, like, is she all there?
Yeah, she seems to be pretty well. This is a terrible phrase. Put together.
Unintentionally.
She has, like, stitching and everything all over.
Oh yeah, you can tell where like the body parts were like stitched together. They're all like different lengths and stuff like that. One hand is long, is the hands don't match. You see, there's like different nail shapes and stuff when you get a really good look at her.
Yeah. Aaron heard actually wants to try something and everything, but he heard her like basically talking to her, and then she like screeched back.
Yeah.
To see something, he wants to see something. He'll take an arrow out of his quiver, and he'll write "hello" in the dirt.
and then give her the arrow.
She kind of looks at you, looks at the dirt. She writes back, "Hello."
She writes back,
No. No. She actually writes back, "Hello."
Ooh. Okay, so she's intelligent. She just can't talk. Is what Iernan's put together.
Yeah.
Okay. He's conflicted now because obviously something happened to her, and he's got her this far.
What
But
are
he's
what
not.
are you doing
he's
with?
not-
What are you doing with her? Get away from her.
Iernan will kind of just look up at him and just say, "I don't think you're in the position to be talking to me like that."
You are in my home, boy.
How about we tell everybody down there what you've been doing up here, sir?
Is this how we're doing this?
that depends on how you want to do this, because I think my friend has spoken. In our good conscience, we cannot allow you to continue doing what you are doing here.
I have not done anything more than make sure they have food and water. I have not done any more experiments. I have been keeping them here for the protection of those in Kresk.
What is she to you?
Vasilka? A means to an end.
These are people. Or they were.
Oh no,
You
those.
can't just.
Vasilka is special. Vasilka, I've been teaching manners, how to be a lady. I plan to take her to Strahd.
Why?
I believe that if Strahd has a woman in his life, that perhaps his hold on Barovia will lessen.
Like Strahd could get a woman.
Okay. So this insane dude just said if he could get laid, maybe he stopped being he'd stop being such a dick. That was it. Like
that is exactly what
that's his big theory.
Okay. This guy is
He's honest.
fucking strange. He's honest. Like, I want to get this ancient vampire laid with this Frankenstein woman.
Good God.
Like, bruh, come on now. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Man.
Like, do we just kill him at this point? Like, what do we do? I don't know if this guy's deserved murder yet. He's getting close. He's getting dang close. But like, if we kill him, and like, do we really want to be taking care of 40 critters?
Out of character, Iernan, if anything happens, Iernan wants to basically burn all of these guys. He does not want them alive.
Oh my god.
If he is honest, all he sees is a lizard man coming up to him with saliva going, help, help.
Oh, that's a large fucking oof from me.
And he told you there's
In and out of character.
there's at least, he told you at least 40 of these things that he's got locked up.
Yeah. And if they're all just basically screaming there, and then he went up to one, and one automatically just ran up to the bar.
This is like a humanitarian crisis.
Oh god. It just gets worse.
Can Iernan insight check the guy that like attacked? Was he trying to attack Iernan, or was he just running up to the bars like, oh, somebody's here, maybe they can help?
He was like looking to see who it was. Like maybe it's somebody else, like somebody that can like help him out. But he was also kind of like, you saw his eyes were kind of crazed, like, this dude's nuts, too.
Oh
Okay.
God. We let one of these things is free. Lest we not forget 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. This is like, I was not prepared for this level
So
of.
you stop
This-
doing and points at the sheds and everything, just as that.
Yes. Currently,
Oh, God.
as I said, I feed them, and I give them water, and I take care of them. That
Okay.
is all I do now. You are more than welcome if you want a tour of what I've been doing.
No.
Well,
So is she your project right now?
yes. She is the best of the ones that have come to be.
Oh God.
This guy just keeps
Digging
that grave. He
Yeah.
just keeps digging that hole. Come on, man. We're trying to be reasonable here. For the first time.
Can I call asshole move on for backstory reasons?
Yeah, you may.
I'm just gonna fucking lose it and bum rush his ass.
You're gonna bum rush him?
Yep.
Alright,
Ooh.
as you rush him, you see that he gets your intent of what you're doing. He goes, fine, that's how we're doing it. And you watch as his robe opens up and angel wings spread out from
Oh.
his back. And he starts to radiate a divine, radiant, sunlight glow. And that is where we are going to pick up
What?
next time.
Fuck!
As
This dude
He's-
we
He is angle, not devil.
We are going to go ahead and stop there for the session. I appreciate all of you guys stopping in to listen to the absolute chaos that has happened and that will happen next time. Goodbye,
Fucking
my friends.
conflict.
It's time for us to go. We hope you enjoyed the show. We appreciate the memories made, never to be forgotten. There will be more
yeah.
to be made next time. Next time at the Bardic Cauldron.